When I was 18 years old, I spent 3 months in a wilderness survival program in the high deserts of Arizona, and we were given very small amount of food to get us by between foraging and things like that, and every Tuesday they would give us what's called our food packs. One of my favorite things to make during that week, it was what I call ash cakes, and it's just comprised of whole wheat flour. You could probably make it out of regular flour. I don't think it would taste as good. Back then we would make it out of just whole wheat flour, and I'd usually put a little bit of salt in it, or I'd put some beef bouillon in it. They gave us some beef bouillon. This is 20 years ago, and the program has changed quite a bit since back then. Back then they didn't give us a whole lot of food, but some of the things that we were given would be like lentils and cornmeal as well. I'd make ash cakes out of cornmeal. What I'm going to show you here, it's still one of my favorite snacks. I'm waiting for the fire to cook down a little bit. I tried to run up to my property with my kids a little bit ago, and it's been raining so much up here in southeastern Idaho that the road still is just horrendous. I just got off the phone with my cousin, and I was telling him that we're just going to have to buy a small dump truck or something like that and just constantly add gravel to the road until we get enough road base down to where it's not an issue. Ash cakes, the way I make them, I don't even touch the flour. I make them in the bag, and so I'm going to show that process to you while I'm waiting for the fire to cook down. I'm going to add some Lowry's to it because it tastes good. This wilderness survival program that I went through was from November 2nd to the end of about January, and the coldest months of the year. And my little brother went through it probably a year before I did, and my parents gave me the option to go through it because I think I was older. I think I enjoyed it a lot more, although my little brother enjoyed it as well. But we started a fire every day with 2 sticks. We had to hike for water to find our water. We would forage anything we could get our hands on, from ants to small minnows to I mean, lots of different cactus. One of my favorites was prickly pear fruit. But ash cakes, I still make them. I'll still get my kids out, and we'll be out camping or somewhere, and we just mix up some ash cakes. It's really easy. I guess there might be an acquired taste to it, but it reminds me of that time, and that time in my life is quite significant because, in my opinion, it changed my perspective on the city. I remember coming home from my 3-month stay and going back into the city, and I hated it. I was claustrophobic. I couldn't figure out why everybody was in such a hurry to get somewhere. When I was out there in the woods, the number one thing that you think about is different flavors and different tastes. And actually, my little brother, when he came home and I decided that I was going to go do what he had done, I asked him if he had any suggestions on things that I should take, and the one suggestion he said is take some sort of spices. He said take something to change the flavor of the food because it gets so monotonous when you only have a few different things that you can eat. So I actually snuck some lemon pepper out there, of all things, and I still love lemon pepper. I'll reach into the spice cabinet every once in a while and just shake a little lemon pepper in my mouth because I did that when I would be hiking around back in the old days. But start by adding whatever I'm going to add to it. I put quite a bit of Lowry's in it, and Lowry's cooks off pretty easily. But and then all that I'm going to do is blow into this to give me enough of a cushion to shake it around really good. So I'll do that, shake it around. You know, I like to use a decent Ziploc bag that's going to be tough enough to do that. So once it's mixed in like that, I'm going to slowly start adding water to it until I'm not going to add too much in the beginning until it just progressively gets just wet enough to where all I need to do is roll it in flour and keep it from sticking to my fingers. So same thing, I'm going to go something like this. Leave the end open, add, come on, and then I'm going to start mixing. And I can mix it to where I haven't done this in a little while, so it's going to take some time to do this, and it may not be perfect, but I'll have to fast forward through some of this. But I'm just going to keep adding water to this until I have one large ball of dough and I have almost nothing stuck to the sides of the bag. Right now you can see that there's stuff stuck to the sides of the bag, and what's crazy is just in that few seconds of doing that, I can tell my hands are, the muscles in my hands are not like they used to be. I'm going to be sore from doing this. Last time I tried to start a fire with my fire set, I normally start a fire with just a fireboard and my spindle. I don't use a bow. I never liked that method. Last time I did that, my hands, the outer parts of my hands were sore for 2 weeks. I would take the scouts up camping, and I would teach the scouts in my church and in the scouting that I was working with, and I would teach them how to do this, and none of them ever liked this method, the flour and the water, and so I decided that I could probably get Bisquick and do the same thing, and so I started using Bisquick with the youth when I would take them and teach them how to do this wilderness survival stuff, and they loved it. Even my kids kind of love that method. It's like having a nice warm pancake off the coals, a little bit sweet, so you could try it with Bisquick. But we're just about there, a little bit more. I can see, like right now, the smells that are coming off the wheat. They're just bringing back memories. Every night I would make one of these with whatever meal I was having. And if I would make lentils, I would smear lentils all over this, and I would try to convince myself it was a tostada that I was eating of some kind. So the flatter you get them, the faster they're going to cook. With wheat compared to Bisquick, Bisquick cooks real fast. I don't do them with Bisquick very often. With wheat it takes a little bit longer, but the trick is you got to flip them. Flip it regularly, and this is where you figure out who's got the toughest hands in the game. Here comes Junior. All right, she's down. There's one. You want me to get yours?
Sure. Wait, can I put it down?
Yep. Put her down right there. Probably right in there. Okay. So we're going to give it literally just a minute or so, and then we are going to flip them until we feel that they are cooked enough. All right, so these are basically done. I'm going to break a little piece off here. Actually, that's done.
Okay. Stop eating.
Thanks.
But it's a great little family fun snack.
I see it right there.
Yep, there it is. The cornmeal. Okay. Yours is going to be done in just a second.
Okay.
Cornmeal is really good.
Why do you like it?
You like it, Retro?
Yeah.
A little bit too salty?
I think that's good, actually.
So again, you know, slap some.
That was my little one.
That one's yours cooking right there. Slap some lentils on there, whatever we would have, beans of different kind would be really good on it. But I love them. It's a fun little snack, something fun to do with the family.
Yeah.
School's almost out. We love doing stuff around the fire. We're still working towards another Dutch oven video with redoing the cobbler that we burned in the last video. But anyway, this is our ash cakes. We love them. And what do you got to say, Retro? Nothing?
Once you add, like, this is random, but like the salt just makes it like taste a lot better.
Well, it
Like,
needs
without
something.
the salt, it's kind of just like kind of dry. It still is pretty
That's
dry. but
right
it's good.
here.
Without something. You want to sit by us?
Yeah.
Without something. Bouillon, like I said. Lowry's wasn't bad. I probably put a little bit too much Lowry's in it.
Why you like it?
Oh, I love it. It brings back a lot of memories. Kind of fun. Anyway, thanks guys. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. We bought a 30-foot gooseneck trailer today. Even though I didn't want to. I wanted to use all our money to go towards the house. The price was right on this. Don't stand on me. The price was right on the trailer. The price was right on the trailer. and I could not pass it up, even though it's about 30-year-old, 35-year-old trailer. It's been in storage for the last 10 years under a canopy, wrapped in a tarp, and so myself and my wife went and looked at it this morning, and she said it would be nice to have on the property, at least to get out of the rain if it does start raining, and so we can start the process. But we tried to, my hope was that I'd be able to drag it up there tomorrow and get it set up, but it's road's just too muddy. I don't think I'll be able to get up there, but thanks, guys. Okay, say please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Bye bye.